Receive him in the prophet's name.
So welcome to the gospel. On this channel, you are going to get soul lifting message, faith content, and video that will help you to grow your spiritual life. Remember, don't forget to subscribe this channel for more new video updates.
Prophet in the prophet's name. Receive him in the prophet's name, and you will receive the prophet's reward. Call Uebert angel, and you will receive Uebert angel's reward, not prophet angel's reward. Some will be moving and they say, Pastor, me from here. There's no pastor in me. No. It's just a small anointing for me to find time. I have nothing in me for pastor. When I'm outside there and Pastor Patrick has got a queue like this of people, and he sits down with them and he speaks to them, I'm like, oh, thank God. I have no patience like that. I don't have time for that. I don't have time to be told the stories like, you see, well, then what happened was, then I had a dream. And in that dream, I saw a donkey. And then a donkey turned into a snake. And the snake turned into a crocodile. Then the crocodile looked at me and said, hello. I have no time for nonsense like that. But Patrick will be sitting there going like, okay, all right, you can, okay, go on. And then what happened? Aye! That's the patience of a pastor. It's an anointing. We know many have no patience whatsoever. So it takes an anointing of being a pastor for you to even stand there. And you know after this one. Normally you meet them for how many minutes each family?
About 15, but they can get to 30 or an hour.
But you would have advertised how many minutes?
5.
And it's for free. 5 minutes. Yes. And then they say, when you're about to say, okay, I will pray for you. They say, Pastor, there is another thing I forgot to tell you. That angle I was saying, his brother's brother died. Now we are on the story of brother and brother. Even me, when I started, when I entered this journey of marriage, my wife would ask me from after leaving work. I arrived from work, said, how was work? I said, it was good. I sit down. Then I said, how was work? She says, it was so good. But let me tell you something. I met this. And I'm like, okay. But before I met it, let me tell you, when I left this room, where are we going with this story? Why? I was here when you left the house. I don't need to hear this part. Men, naturally, we don't have the patience. Men will get into the toilet, flush and come out and wonder, why did I go in there? Do nothing the whole time in the toilet. Why were you flushing? You didn't do nothing. You're just standing outside like, why did I go there? We have no patience naturally, but there is a certain unction that he carries, that if you come to the prophet, you will see I can manipulate systems to your advantage because my anointing calls for that. But if you refer to me as pastor, that is the thing that answers from me. If I'm sitting down with you every day in a service, or we see each other, I see you, pastor, say, hey, how are you? You say, I'm good. High five. And you say, can I take a selfie? That selfie is the one you are praying to. The prophet will not answer nothing. Will not be involved. I see people like, they meet you, say, hey, Mdara. Mdara. That Mdara is the one who will help you. Because it's a slang word. Daddy. You see, as you continue doing that, in your head, we are tuning. Then you see one person from Suva, Fiji. These people traveled for 3 days to come here. And all they say is, I'm meeting a prophet. You from just around the corner here. You say, Dara. My old man. Meanwhile, you're older than me. But your idea is, I need to be close to this guy. I know people when I call them. You see, my phone now, I've now 15 numbers now. They increased a little bit. 15 numbers. That's it. Those 15 numbers, the moment I call a number, I hear on the phone, hey, I'm there. Hey, where are you? I know someone is there. They put on a speakerphone. Yeah. We are very tight. So I already know what not to say. Yes. So when am I meeting you? 2 weeks ago we were enjoying. Hey! That chicken mama cooked. I'm actually wondering, when did mom cook chicken that you ate? Then I know the story is lost. This person is trying to show someone that we are so close that they come to my house. Then death strikes in the house. That day, they will call crying, men of God, the major prophet, the one who talks to God. Too late. You were entertaining a friend. So whenever you want to change into something that others have reached, you honor what they have. You honor what they have. Rich people themselves will never give you money. Rich people will never bring you money. No, you're missing it. I said rich people will never give you money. Very few times they just say, okay. What they have is they want to be appreciated for how much they have in here, not in their pocket. Most of you are going to lose the anointing you were sent to receive. Because what you see in a man of God is money. What you see in a man of God is what they can do for you financially. You have never seen what they can do for you spiritually. Just a connection with them. There is no day I've ever asked Pastor Chris for money. No day. The day I arrived and I sat down with him like this, he said, what do you want me to do for you? That was the first question. And I'd already been informed by the sister, who is also a minister in the church, that he helps people millions and millions and millions. He's just built another person's church. And I know you're building a church. If he asks you, just tell him about the church. Don't worry. He means it. I went there, he said, okay, you're building a church. Yes. I said, yeah, we're actually trying to get one. It was 5 million pounds. Then we said some few things about that church. Then he says, what do you want me to help you with? Money. Immediately, I remembered there is something in him I need more than the money he can give me. I said, if it is possible, call me Uebert, not prophet. He looked at me and said, you are very different. Now I struck a chord. I'm no longer like any freeloader. I came out there stronger financially than when I entered. Because the person who had the finances and the anointing had seen a young man who is interested in what God had given him, not the results of what God had given him. I loved him and love him still, but not for the results of what is there. Sometimes for him to say hello on the phone, it's a grace, it's a plus. Just to see his photo, I'm like, that's my father. What has taken place? Because you have no idea. If you honor a man, you possess exactly what they have. And you have an advantage. I honor Pastor Chris. That means I have something from him that I caught. That my spirit caught. Now hear this. You have me, who has caught something about Pastor Chris. And I've received from Pastor Chris. And you have me, Pastor Chris, and what you have. Who is a beneficiary here? You. You got two sources you can take advantage of. I have one. Do you know Pastor Chris, when he answers a phone, just answering a phone of Margaret Idahosa, the wife of his spiritual father, Archbishop Idahosa, who went home to be with the Lord of blessed memory. Listen to me. He kneels down to answer a phone. That's why I said to you, never kneel down before a man of God who doesn't kneel before another man of God. Never. It will be called worship. If whosoever you are kneeling down to is not kneeling down to someone else, you are worshiping him. This is what you call men. No funny jokes.
Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more new video updates. God bless you.